Talking Trees with Lily and Jad. Welcome to today's episode. We're excited to introduce you to the Instytut Drzewa, a Polish organization dedicated to education, research, and promoting tree care. Their mission is to create and share knowledge and best practices for urban tree care. Collaborating with organizations across Europe, they work on standardizing tree care, improving educational programs, and supporting professional certification. Join us as we dive into their impactful work.
Ready to dig deep into the world of trees. Today, we'll be focusing on the Tree Institute in Poland.
Yeah, really fascinating work they're doing over there.
They're like, I don't know, a central hub for all things arboriculture in Poland. What'd you think?
Absolutely, especially with their focus on research and education.
They even set standards for the field. Like, did you know they're the main certification center for the Veteran Tree Specialist program in Poland?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Caring for those ancient trees. That takes a special kind of expertise.
Definitely. It's not just any tree you're dealing with. It's a piece of living history.
Yeah.
So to become certified, I bet it's pretty intense.
Oh, yeah, it is. They have to know the history, the biology, all the specific techniques involved.
So it sounds like the Tree Institute is really raising the bar for the profession in Poland.
They are, and they also organize this big annual event, the Tree Assessment Congress.
I was just going to ask about that. I saw it happen back in October at the SGGW Arboretum in Rogo. It's been quite a gathering.
It was. Professionals from all over, even internationally, come together to, share their knowledge and the latest research.
I can imagine the networking opportunities there must be incredible. And to be exposed to all the latest stuff in tree assessment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Tree Institute is really at the forefront of it all.
Now, besides all that, I read that they also run a bunch of different training courses.
Oh, tons. They have everything from certified tree inspector training to workshops on specific tree care techniques.
There's even this one called CID Outdoor. What's that all about?
Oh, that's a really cool one. So it's for those who've already done the certified tree inspector course and they want to get more hands-on experience.
Ah, so taking the classroom out into the field.
Exactly. They get to apply what they've learned in real-life situations.
That's got to be super valuable.
It is. I mean, theory is important, but being able to actually do it, making those judgments on the ground, that's key.
Absolutely. Sounds like the Tree Institute is really going above and beyond to make sure Polish arborists are the best they could be.
They are. And it's even more impressive. They're not just focused on Poland. They're part of some major international projects, too.
No kidding?
Yeah. One of them is called ECoST. It's all about developing European-wide standards for tree inspection and protection during construction.
Wow, that's ambitious.
Right. Think about it. Construction can be a huge threat to trees, so having these standards in place could make a big difference.
I bet. Especially when you have all these different countries with their own ways of doing things.
Exactly. It's a complex issue, but the Tree Institute is right there leading the charge, trying to find solutions that work for everyone.
That's pretty remarkable. So they're not just shaping the field in Poland, they're impacting things on a European level.
They are, and their work is gaining a lot of recognition. It really speaks to their credibility and expertise.
I'm noticing a pattern here. They really seem to be proactive in everything they do. It's like they're constantly looking ahead, anticipating challenges and finding solutions.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And they're also really good at sharing their knowledge. They have this online platform called Instytut Drzewa online.
I was checking that out. It's pretty impressive.
Tons of resources on there, webinars, learning materials, all sorts of stuff.
Makes you realize how committed they are to educating people about trees.
It does. They really want to make that knowledge accessible to everyone. And, one of the things that really stood out to me was their work with those veteran trees.
Oh, yeah. Remember, they're the only ones in Poland who can certify veteran tree specialists.
Right. And, becoming a specialist, that's serious business. It's not just about, knowing how to prune.
It's way more than that, isn't it?
Way more. It's about understanding the whole history of the tree, its biology, its place in the landscape,
It's almost like they have to be part historian, part scientist.
Exactly. And the Tree Institute's program, it covers all that. They even delve into conservation techniques, how to preserve these trees for the future.
It makes sense, though. We're talking about trees that have been around for centuries. They've seen a lot of change.
They have. And the Tree Institute knows that. They get that these trees are cultural landmarks, not just plants.
So it's about respecting their legacy, too.
Absolutely. Caring for them the right way, making sure they can keep going for generations to come.
Now, besides the veteran tree stuff, we touched on that ECoST project last time.
Ah, yes. The one about developing standards for tree protection during construction, right?
Yeah, all across Europe. It seems like a huge undertaking. So many different countries, so many different ways of doing things.
It is. And one of the biggest challenges, just getting everyone on the same page. Different regulations, different attitudes towards trees. It's tough.
I bet it involves a lot of negotiation, finding that middle ground.
Tons. But the Tree Institute is good at that. They're bringing everyone to the table, arborists, developers, policymakers, trying to create something that actually works.
So it's about making sure the trees are protected, but also that development can still happen.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance, And a big part of ECoST is creating clearer guidelines, how to inspect trees, how to assess their value, all that.
I imagine that would be super helpful, especially for preventing damage during construction.
Totally. It's a shift in thinking. Instead of seeing trees as a problem, they become part of the plan from the start.
And I bet their experience with veteran trees comes in handy here, too.
Oh, absolutely. They know how to protect those older trees. And that knowledge, that translates to any tree on a construction site.
It's interesting how they're able to take what they know from Poland and apply it to these larger European projects.
Right, sharing that expertise. But they're also learning from others, bringing those new ideas back to Poland. It's a two-way street.
Makes you realize how interconnected everything is.
It does. Now, let's talk about something a little different. Their online platform, Instytut Drzewa online.
Oh, yeah, that's a treasure trove of information.
It is. Webinars, articles, all sorts of stuff. You could spend hours on there.
And it's for everyone, right? Not just professional.
Nope. Anyone who wants to learn about trees is welcome, from the basics to the really in-depth stuff.
It's pretty amazing that they're making all that knowledge so readily available.
It is. They really believe in empowering people, giving them the tools to understand and care for trees.
And it's not just about reading stuff either. I saw they have forums where people can chat and ask questions.
Yeah, like a whole community of tree lovers, professionals, homeowners, everyone's sharing their experiences. It's great.
The Tree Institute seems to be really good at creating those connections, not just online, but through their congress and training programs, too.
It's like they're building a movement, bringing people together around this shared passion for trees.
I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of connections, it's not just limited to Poland either. Their online platform, it reaches a global audience.
It does. Anyone with an internet connection can access it. So their message, their knowledge, it's going way beyond Poland.
And that's got to be a good thing, right? Especially with all the environmental challenges we're facing. The more people who understand trees, the better.
Exactly. Because in the end, trees are essential for all of us.
All right, we're back for our final look at the Tree Institute.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has. We've seen how much they're doing, all the different ways they're impacting arboriculture. So for our listener who's been on this journey with us, what would you say is the most important thing to remember about the Tree Institute?
I'd say it's their dedication, their passion. They're not just going through the motions. They're genuinely committed to making a difference.
And they're proving that it can be done, that even a small organization can have a huge impact.
Exactly. So I think it's a story that should inspire us all. No matter where we are, no matter what we do, we can all do something to help trees.
Plant a tree, support an organization, speak up for tree protection. Every little bit counts.
It does. Because in the end, our future is tied to the future of trees.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Tree Institute.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration into the world of trees.
Thank you for joining us today as we explored the incredible work of the Instytut Drzewa. Their dedication to education, research, and promoting best practices in tree care is truly inspiring. If you found this episode insightful, please share our podcast with your friends and leave us a review. Your support helps us continue to bring you fascinating stories from the world of trees. Until next time, stay curious and keep appreciating the natural world around us. See you in the next episode of Talking Trees.